have to hit? I believe we're live. But we don't have to hit publish. You should say I did.
Publish is at the end, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think after I hit end. Okay. All right. It's 6:30. We might as well get started. We got a big crowd. Call to order. Roll call. Diane White.
Present.
Tom Keller.
Present.
And Andrew Griss is present. Proof of the notice of meeting was posted by Barry on Wednesday, the 10th of June, 2026. Do you want to read the regulations?
I'm sorry, you said the 20th?
The 10th,
Yeah.
last Wednesday.
Sure. I will be available to reread them if someone comes in.
Sounds good to me.
As Board of Public Safety, we have Galveston Town Council meeting guidelines that are the same as the Town Council meeting guidelines. So I will put that off until we have visitors, and I will read that with the President's permission in a little bit if someone comes.
Sounds good.
Actually, I can do that right before the public comments.
Sounds wonderful. All right, our old business. Update on the scheduling.
I have no updates.
Okay. And you're still working on,
I'm still working on that.
okay. That's got to be time consuming. Vest update. You got an update on the vest?
The only thing that I'm aware of is that during the town board, the regular town board meeting, that they had approved, they voted and approved a certain threshold
Okay.
amount they took for 2 vests, I believe.
Okay.
I don't have I watched the meeting. I wasn't present in person, but I believe from memory they did approve for a certain amount. And that should have been hopefully shared with Joe to move forward with ordering those.
Okay. I'll check with him, make sure. I completely forgot about that meeting. Until he sent a text out. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. Any update on the evidence room or finding somebody to do the evidence room?
So the one person that I have been speaking with was trying to get approval from his department, and they have not given approval or denial. They just haven't answered. And so he gave me a name of another person, and I spoke with him a couple times, and he is willing to, and but he does have a couple questions before he officially accepts. So I'd like to maybe get with Joe so that he can answer those questions, have him contact him. So I will go down, I think I've got Joe's number now. I'll contact him and try to catch him tomorrow and put him in contact with them to get those questions answered. And then he said that he would be able to, assuming that he does take this on, he would be able to start after his vacation. So he'd be able to start probably like the 2nd week of July.
Okay. Are you going to fill up to it?
Yeah.
If you don't, let me know. Because I'm just mowing tomorrow.
Okay,
Just have a place to mow, but I'm around.
okay.
Okay. Anything else on old business that we need to discuss?
I think as far as at the town board meeting, they also gave permission for, because we were trying to figure out how, if we had permission to spend, or if Joe would, like how that would work, like, actually buying the vest, or if there's anything that we're needing, And I think they approved for us, or the acting marshal, to be able to make purchases. And then specifically the vest was one thing that they were talking about.
Well, that helps. Okay, new items to discuss. One of the things that I wanted to discuss was Joe sent a message, and he did a tally of all the calls that have been handled in Galveston, and there were 83 total calls in Galveston for the month of May. 78 were handled by Galveston Police Department, 4 were handled by the Cass County Sheriff's Department, and 1 was handled by Walton Police Department. So it shows, I know there's been some concerns about coverage for Galveston, but it shows, 78 out of 83 calls handled by Galveston Police Department. It looks like the coverage is pretty good. So he's going to give me a list each month so we can announce that each month. So I know another new item, we've talked about the cameras. It's kind of an old item also, but there was training that was scheduled to begin, I think it was a couple weeks ago.
Is this on the Axon cameras?
Yeah. And we stopped the training and moved it out to, undetermined time. Something that we should find out is if, once we schedule training for those cameras, if we hire or make new hires, will they come back and train again, or if one of them can be a trainer of the department? I guess that was just a discussion. It wasn't really I'm just bringing it up.
Yeah.
But I know we've gotten some emails, or Cindy has gotten some emails on it. And Joe was asking me when they could start the training, because they can't use the cameras until they're trained on them.
Okay.
And I believe it's only like a one morning thing, or a couple hour training. What new items do we have? What other new items?
I move that we request the Town of Galveston Council, Brad and Dean, make a formal offer to Nicholas Boyer to resign as marshal for Galveston, Indiana.
A second. Call for a vote.
Any discussion?
Oh, any discussion? Any discussion?
I would just say that make sure that the letter that he sends has like specific timeframes.
You mean like when it's due back, when we receive it?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the letter that had been sent to him to turn in his gear just said, at your earliest convenience. And that didn't happen, and we had to then make another request with a deadline. So I just want to make sure that that gets sent out with specific timeframes on it when it's sent.
I'll send Brad a message about that. Okay. Call for a vote then. Any more discussion?
I have nothing.
Okay. Call for a vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Vote is passed.
Who seconded that?
I did.
Thank you.
So I would say if we're going to make that request for a resignation, then we need to be looking at the future and how it looks to hire, to post. How do we post for a new marshal? What are the requirements of that? Where do we post it? And when we hire for that, is it going to be salary again? Or is it going to go back to, because Nick was most recently on an hourly, are we going to be looking at salary? Are we going to be looking at hourly?
Is that something we need to talk to the main board about, I wonder?
Yeah, it'd be a good idea to get them in because we don't pay.
Right.
The town pays. So we would need to have a discussion with them about that.
And a time frame. For post. Okay, so where do we? I guess we can start looking into that.
Yeah.
Figure out where we need to go. Okay. Any more new items? I know Joe doesn't have permission or authority over the GPS or the car cameras. He was asking about that. But I believe Cindy has all that. He needs to.
Yeah, I think she may be, I think her and Nick are the ones that have access to that.
I think so. I can talk to him about that. So I move to make our next meeting, if there's no new business, the 9th of July. Be 3 weeks out, I believe. That should give us time to get the letter back and everything.
Sounds good.
July 9th, 2026 at 6:30 PM.
Yeah, with an executive meeting probably at 6. All right, we'll open it up for public discussion. I move to adjourn.
Second?
I am in favor.
Okay,